Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to go over a very interesting stock by the name of Coinbase that I'm sure most of you guys have heard of, that is setting up to be one of the best long-term investments over the next couple of years, not only because of the insane revenue and earnings growth this company reported in its report yesterday night, but also because of the massive opportunity in this very cheap valuation on this stock right now. Obviously, crypto has had a very good year in 2021, but 2022 and beyond has a lot of uncertainty that revolves around the future of cryptocurrencies, not only in the form of Bitcoin, but also Ethereum and all these other networks. And as you guys can see, because of that, Coinbase stock has basically gotten destroyed over the past 6 months after it hit highs of well over $300 and now is trading almost at around $175, which means that this stock has been cut by almost 50%. And although on the surface it might look like Coinbase stock is a very speculative bet, and even though I invest mostly in clean energy, EV, and energy stocks, I definitely am seeing a great opportunity in Coinbase to take advantage of Web 3.0, the metaverse, and obviously the big boom in NFTs over the next decade. And even in the short term, because of just how aggressively the stock has sold off, there is a great opportunity to potentially take advantage of a bounce back all the way to this $250 region because of simply how much of a bear market we've been in the tech stocks over the past month. And so in this video, I'm going to give you guys a lowdown on exactly what happened in Coinbase's earnings that came out last night, why the stock actually tanked a little bit in after hours, and how I see this stock being an easy double your money investment over the next few years if everything goes to plan. But before we get into it guys, make sure to drop me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So let's start off by addressing the big elephant in the room, which is analyzing exactly why Coinbase stock tanked so much after earnings last night and actually recovered pretty significantly in trading day today. As you guys can see, Coinbase destroyed both revenue and earnings estimates from analysts, and because of that, the company reported some amazing revenue growth quarter over quarter of well over 40 to 50%. And as you guys can see, their 2021 outlooks were met very considerably after they reported an $8.4 million annual average retail MTU and reported annual transaction revenue per user of around $64, which is a very big move from their high 50s outlook they'd shared at the start of 2021. And as you guys can see, the big reason for that is the revenue growth this company is experiencing not only on the retail side, but also on their institutional side, which is something that people did not really expect to grow all that much. When many people think of Bitcoin and Ethereum, they mostly think of retail traders that are buying these on their phones and just buying these for more recreational purposes, but it's very clear that institutions, big banks, and hedge funds are taking crypto coins much more seriously, as can be seen through the insane trading volume that has increased over the past few quarters. And guess what? Many people expected Coinbase's revenue and volume to actually go down in the third and fourth quarter of 2021 because obviously crypto coins and Bitcoin did not do all that well and they were pulling back. But as you guys can see, even though we saw a nice dip in the third quarter, we got this extremely nice recovery in the fourth quarter, which actually came in higher than the first and the second quarter. And this is exactly why Coinbase stock is becoming a much more serious contender for big money right now. Because what this shows you is that Bitcoin going down does not necessarily mean that Coinbase's brokerage revenue is going to go down as well. As a matter of fact, the heightened volatility will actually increase the amount of volume that Coinbase is experiencing. And since obviously Coinbase's revenue per user has gone up substantially over the past year, their top line and bottom line are both going to benefit from heightened volatility. And if you pair that with the fact that Coinbase recently launched their institutional product for a lot of banks and hedge funds to get involved with crypto coins, there is a big opportunity in this stock to become a big player as there are more advances in decentralized finance. And obviously the big situation in Ukraine and Russia has also shed a lot of light on some of the fragility in the modern financial system, and that's exactly what's creating a big demand for Bitcoin-based donations to Ukraine military services over the past couple of days. And obviously since a lot of modern donations are done through bank wires and payment apps, cryptocurrencies have really opened up a new window for businesses to allow the transfer of payments much more safely and securely, and bypassing a lot of the blocking payments and restrictions that might have arisen from a geopolitical situation like this. And so now that we have an idea of exactly how resilient Coinbase is going to be to some of the market volatility in Bitcoin and the actual future of Bitcoin and decentralized finance, let's get an idea for why this stock tanked so much after earnings last night and what exactly Wall Street saw that really scared a lot of investors. And so cutting the long story short, even though Coinbase reported some absolutely insane numbers and destroyed all analyst estimates, the big thing that scared a lot of investors was the fact that Brian Armstrong, the CEO of the company, hinted at some very mediocre guidance for trading volume in 2022. Essentially what he said is that he does not expect the first quarter of 2022 to be anything hot for the crypto market, because obviously Bitcoin has not had that much volatility over the past month or so, and most of the focus has mostly been in the stock market instead. And if you dig into the shareholder letter, you also realize that operating expenses for Coinbase went up by an insane 55% in Q4 as compared to Q3 of 2021, which was obviously driven by their big spending on advertisements and also some of their higher transaction expenses. But the really good thing is that a lot of this ad spend is actually turning out to increase revenue and earnings for this company, as we've seen through their performance over the past few quarters. And as we all know, at the end of the day, Bitcoin and cryptos are still a very nascent technology, so it's important for a company like Coinbase to advertise and get more and more people accompanied and accustomed to this Bitcoin and decentralized finance industry. And the big thing that gives me even more conviction in Coinbase as an investment over the next couple of years is the fact that this company is moving into the very popular NFT marketplace. And even though in the short term NFTs look like a scam to a lot of people and there's a lot of skepticism around this specific type of technology, we all know that in the long term some of the most hated technologies end up having the biggest differences in people's lives. And I highly believe that the support we're seeing for NFTs from people like Gary Vaynerchuk really goes to show that there's a big opportunity laying in this specific technology in the world of Web 3.0 and obviously the metaverse, because it allows people to basically monetize digital assets in a way that we've never been able to in the past. And it leverages the exact technology and the exact cryptocurrencies that Coinbase sells on its own app. And so as the NFT marketplace continues to grow and more creators enter this specific industry, the benefits that Coinbase will see are going to be exponential, not only in terms of the amount of transactions they see on crypto, but obviously if they enter this NFT marketplace, there's going to be a huge amount of transactional revenue that Coinbase is going to be able to take advantage of. As for what prices I'm personally accumulating Coinbase shares at, I'm personally buying anything under $200 a share, because at the end of the day, this company is trading at a forward price to earnings ratio of well under 30 bucks, and the RSI is also well underneath that 40 level, which means that generally speaking, if you're investing in this company right now, you're getting a very good deal. As you guys can see, the stock is trading at a $40 billion market cap with a PE of around 18 bucks, which is very low for a company that's growing in the double digits year over year. And by far the biggest metric that makes me very confident in Coinbase stock is the fact that its price to free cash flow is now at around 3.5. To put that into perspective, a stock like Microsoft is trading at a price to free cash flow of around $51, whereas a stock like PayPal that's been getting destroyed over the past 6 months is still trading at a price to free cash flow of around 22 bucks. And as we all know, free cash flow is literally the most important thing that investors and Wall Street really care about, because it is the amount of money that the company has remaining after it's paid off all its expenses and invested in all its capex. And if you pair that with the fact that the balance sheet for Coinbase is looking like one of the best in the entire software industry with a lot of cash and very little debt, makes me very confident that this company could do very well over the next couple of years if the world of NFTs, Bitcoin, crypto, and decentralized finance become more and more popular and ingrained in our society. But anyways guys, make sure to drop me a thumbs up if you found some value from this video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of Coinbase stock and whether or not you're buying any shares in this company right now. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.